A Honda owner ignored this problem for just 3 months, and it cost him $6,800 in engine damage. 3 months. That's all it took for a simple $150 issue to destroy his entire engine because he didn't recognize the warning signs and didn't know how serious this problem actually was. And he's not alone. Every single week, I see Honda owners making the same critical mistake, ignoring a specific issue that seems minor at first, but cascades into catastrophic failure if not addressed immediately. The worst part? This problem gives you clear warning signs, but most Honda owners either don't notice them or assume they're not urgent. By the time they realize something is seriously wrong, the damage is already done and repairs cost thousands instead of hundreds. I've been working on Hondas for 17 years. And this is the one issue that causes more total engine failures than anything else I see. It's preventable, it's fixable, and if you catch it early, it's relatively inexpensive to address. But if you ignore it, you're looking at engine replacement, transmission damage, or repair bills that exceed the value of your Honda. Today, I'm going to show you exactly what this problem is, how to identify the warning signs before it's too late, what causes it, and most importantly, how to fix it right now before it destroys your engine. By the end of this video, you'll know whether your Honda has this issue and exactly what steps to take immediately to prevent catastrophic damage. This is urgent. Don't wait. Let's get started. The problem: oil dilution from failed PCV system. The critical issue destroying Honda engines right now is oil dilution caused by a failing PCV, positive crankcase ventilation system, and it's affecting specific Honda models at an alarming rate. Here's what's happening inside your engine. The PCV system is designed to vent combustion gases and pressure from the crankcase. When this system fails or becomes clogged, several catastrophic problems occur simultaneously. Fuel gets past the piston rings and dilutes the engine oil, reducing its protective properties. Moisture accumulates in the oil, turning it into a corrosive sludge. Oil pressure drops because the diluted oil is too thin to maintain proper pressure. Internal engine components start wearing rapidly due to inadequate lubrication. The timing chain stretches because diluted oil can't properly lubricate the chain and tensioner. This isn't a gradual degradation. Once the PCV system fails, oil dilution accelerates exponentially. What starts as slightly thinner oil becomes severely contaminated within weeks, causing permanent engine damage. Which Honda models are most affected? This problem is particularly severe in these Honda models: 2016 to 2019 Honda Civic 1.5T turbocharged engine, 2017 to 2019 Honda CR-V 1.5T, 2018 to 2020 Honda Accord 1.5T, 2019 to 2021 Honda Insight. The common thread: these models use Honda's 1.5-liter turbocharged engine, which is especially susceptible to oil dilution when the PCV system fails or when the engine operates frequently in cold conditions. Honda issued technical service bulletins about this problem, but they didn't recall the vehicles or proactively notify all owners. That means thousands of Honda owners are driving vehicles with this developing problem right now and have no idea their engine is being slowly destroyed. The warning signs you must not ignore. Your Honda is giving you clear signals that this problem is developing. Recognizing these signs immediately can save your engine. Warning sign number 1: rising oil level on the dipstick. This is the most obvious and alarming sign. Check your oil level weekly. If the level is rising instead of dropping between oil changes, you have severe fuel dilution. Your oil is literally being contaminated with gasoline. Normal: oil level drops slightly between changes. Problem: oil level stays the same or actually rises. Critical: oil level is above the maximum mark. If your oil level is rising, stop driving immediately and have the vehicle inspected. Continuing to drive causes exponential damage. Warning sign number 2: gasoline smell from the oil. Pull your dipstick and smell the oil. Normal oil has a distinct petroleum smell. Oil contaminated with gasoline smells noticeably like fuel. If your oil smells like gasoline, you have significant fuel dilution occurring right now. Warning sign number 3. Oil appears thinner than normal. Fresh engine oil has a specific viscosity. Fuel-diluted oil appears thinner, almost watery. If you rub the oil between your fingers, contaminated oil feels much less viscous than it should. Warning sign number 4. Excessive oil consumption suddenly develops. If your Honda suddenly starts consuming oil when it never did before, fuel dilution may be washing oil past the rings and into the combustion chamber. Warning sign number 5. Rough idle or misfires during cold starts. Failed. PCV systems cause rough running during cold starts. If your Honda idles roughly for the first few minutes after starting, especially in cold weather, the PCV system may be failing. Warning sign number 6. Check engine light with specific codes. PCV-related failures often trigger these diagnostic codes. P0301 to P0304 misfire codes. P0171/P0174 lean fuel mixture codes. P0507 idle speed too high. P0496 EVAP system flow problems. Warning sign number 7. White smoke from exhaust during warm-up. Burning diluted oil produces white smoke during warm-up periods. If you see white smoke that disappears after the engine reaches operating temperature, oil dilution may be occurring. Why? This problem is so dangerous. Oil dilution doesn't just reduce lubrication, it triggers a cascade of failures throughout your engine. Stage 1, weeks 1 to 4. Fuel begins diluting oil. Performance is normal, but protection is already degraded. Stage 2, weeks 4 to 8. Oil viscosity drops significantly. Timing chain begins stretching. Bearing surfaces start wearing faster. Stage 3, weeks 8 to 12. Critical damage begins. Timing chain stretch affects cam timing. Engine develops rough idle and reduced power. Stage 4, weeks 12 plus. Catastrophic failure. Timing chain jumps or breaks. Valves contact pistons or bearing failure causes complete engine seizure. I documented one 2017 CRV where the owner noticed rising oil level, but continued driving for 2 months. The timing chain stretched so much it jumped 3 teeth, causing the valves to contact the pistons. Total damage. Bent valves, damaged pistons, cylinder head machining required. Repair cost, $6,200. That same vehicle could have been fixed for $180 with a PCV valve replacement if caught in the first week. The root cause. Why this happens. Understanding why PCV failure causes oil dilution helps you prevent it. In turbocharged engines, blow-by gases, combustion gases that escape past the piston rings, are higher than in naturally aspirated engines. The PCV system must handle this increased volume. When the PCV valve or passages become clogged with oil residue and carbon deposits, blow-by gases can't escape properly. This creates crankcase pressure that forces fuel past the piston rings and into the oil. Cold weather makes this dramatically worse. Short trips in cold weather prevent the engine from reaching full operating temperature. Fuel that would normally evaporate stays in the oil, accelerating dilution. In turbocharged Hondas, this combination of factors creates a perfect storm for rapid oil dilution and engine damage. The immediate fix you need to do right now. If you own one of the affected Honda models, here's what you need to do immediately. Step 1. Check your oil level today. Pull the dipstick and check your oil level. If it's above the maximum mark or has risen since your last check, you have active oil dilution. Step 2. Smell your oil. Check for gasoline odor. Any fuel smell indicates contamination requiring immediate attention. Step 3. If contamination is present, change the oil immediately. Don't wait for your regular oil change interval. Contaminated oil is destroying your engine right now. Change it today. Use Honda Zero W20 synthetic oil and a Honda genuine oil filter. Don't cheap out on this service. Step 4. Replace the PCV valve. For most 1.5T Honda engines, the PCV valve is integrated into the valve cover. Replacement requires removing the valve cover. Installing a new valve cover with integrated PCV valve. Honda part, approximately $150 to $250. New valve cover gasket. Proper reassembly and torque specifications. This is a job that experienced DIYers can handle, or any Honda specialist can perform for $300 to $500 total. Step 5. Change your driving habits. If you make frequent short trips in cold weather, the primary cause of this problem, change your routine. Take your Honda on a 20-minute highway drive at least twice weekly to bring the engine to full operating temperature. This allows contaminated fuel to evaporate from the oil before dilution becomes severe. Step 6. Monitor oil level weekly. After the repair, check your oil level every week for at least a month. If the level remains stable, the fix was successful. If it continues rising, additional diagnosis is needed. The extended fix for severe cases. If your Honda has been suffering from oil dilution for months, additional repairs may be necessary. Timing chain inspection. If oil dilution has been occurring for extended periods, have the timing chain inspected for stretch. A stretched chain must be replaced before it jumps timing. Engine flush. Severely contaminated engines may benefit from a professional engine flush to remove sludge and deposits before fresh oil is added. Fuel injector cleaning. Injectors can become contaminated by oil vapors from the PCV system. Professional cleaning restores proper spray pattern. Compression test. Verify that oil dilution hasn't caused ring or valve damage. Low compression indicates serious internal damage requiring more extensive repairs. Catch can installation. Some Honda owners install oil catch cans to prevent PCV vapors from re-entering the intake system. This reduces the likelihood of recurrence. The cost comparison. Fix now versus fix later. Let me put this in financial terms that make the urgency crystal clear. Fix it immediately. Caught early. PCV valve cover replacement. $150 to $250 parts labor if not DIY. $150 to $250 oil change, $50. Total, $350 to $550. Fix it after moderate damage, caught at 2 to 3 months. PCV valve cover, $150 to $250. Timing chain replacement, $800 to $1,200. Multiple oil changes, $100. Total, $1,050 to $1,550. Fix it after catastrophic failure, ignored for 4+ months. Engine replacement or rebuild, $5,000 to $8,000. Towing and diagnostics, $200 to $400 total, $5,200 to $8,400. The math is simple. Every week you delay costs you exponentially more money. The Honda Service Bulletin. You should know about Honda issued Technical Service Bulletin (TSB) 18-089 addressing oil dilution in 1.5T engines. This bulletin acknowledges the problem and provides guidance for dealers. However, this is a TSB, not a recall. That means Honda won't proactively contact you about this issue. Repairs are not covered unless your vehicle is still under warranty. You're responsible for identifying the problem and paying for repairs. If your affected Honda is still under warranty, contact your Honda dealer immediately. Reference TSB 18-089. Request inspection for oil dilution and PCV system function. Any repairs should be covered under powertrain warranty. If you're out of warranty, you're responsible for repairs, but you should still reference the TSB when discussing the problem with service advisors. The long-term prevention strategy. After fixing the immediate problem, implement this prevention strategy. Monthly oil level checks. Catch any recurrence immediately before damage occurs. Shorter oil change intervals. Change oil every 4,000 miles instead of following the maintenance minder. This removes contaminated oil before dilution becomes severe. Regular highway driving. Weekly 20 to 30-minute highway drives bring the engine to full operating temperature, preventing fuel accumulation in oil. Use Honda synthetic oil. Honda's formulation is specifically designed for their engines and provides better protection against dilution effects. Annual PCV system inspection. Have the PCV valve inspected annually and replace if any signs of clogging appear. Monitor for software updates. Honda occasionally releases ECU software updates that modify fuel delivery and can reduce oil dilution. Check with your dealer annually for available updates. Special considerations for high-mileage vehicles. If your Honda has over 100,000 miles and has been experiencing oil dilution, additional concerns exist. Ring wear. Extended oil dilution can cause premature piston ring wear. This increases blow-by, creating a vicious cycle where the problem accelerates. Bearing damage. Diluted oil causes bearing wear that may not be immediately obvious, but reduces engine lifespan. Timing chain stretch. High-mileage engines with oil dilution history may have timing chains near the end of service life. For high-mileage vehicles with oil dilution history, consider more frequent oil analysis to monitor bearing metals and contamination. Budget for potential timing chain replacement in the near future. Be prepared for the possibility that engine damage may require more extensive repairs than just PCV replacement. The bottom line: act now. This is not a problem you can postpone or ignore. Every single day you delay addressing oil dilution causes measurable damage to your engine. If you own a 2016 to 2021 Honda with a 1.5T engine, check your oil level today. Smell your oil for gasoline contamination. If either indicates a problem, schedule repairs this week. Don't wait for your next oil change. Don't assume it will resolve on its own. Don't trust that it's probably fine. The difference between a $400 repair and a $7,000 engine replacement is literally measured in weeks, not months or years. I've seen too many Honda owners lose their engines to this preventable problem. Don't become another statistic because you ignored the warning signs or thought you could wait a little longer. Your Honda is giving you clear signals right now. The question is, will you listen before it's too late? Check your oil today. Fix any problems immediately. Your engine's survival depends on it. If you found these tips helpful, be sure to watch this next video as we're sharing insider tips to help you cut repair costs and keep your car running like new.